art of voice acting. And our very special guests today are, well, Mr. Brian Ligsay and also Mr. Pocholo Gonzalez. Mr. Pocholo is actually the CEO of Creative Voices and Brian is the COO. Now, have you ever wondered what the face or the people behind the known voices in the industry? I'm sure if you've heard Dio the movie, Batibot, or Bibo Hot Dog, these are just only some of the voices that they've already done. Now, here with us right now is Brian and of course Pocholo. Thank you for coming to the show.
Alright, thank you for inviting us.
Yes, I'd like to find out what made you decide to get into voice acting?
Basically, for me, I started when I was 16 years old. I was in first year college and I became one of the talent of one of the big network and radio station.
What is voice acting? I mean, is it a simple difference of tone, pitch? What is it exactly?
Well, if you want to define it by the book, voice acting is the performance of one or more voices, unseen voices, for the purpose of communicating a message. So, by that sense, we have to be unseen. We have to communicate the message, and we have to affect the audience by what we say. So we do a lot of things, not only commercials and narrations, but we're the people behind animations, gaming, the voices behind your favorite commercials, like, for example, radio and television, and AVPs, documentaries, and stuff. Including telephonies, then someone answers the phone in replacement of course, somebody who's present there. Who's not present.
Alright, now you mentioned that you started voice acting when you were 16.
It's not the formal voice acting. The informal voice acting is when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
So my favorite is that we don't have a TV on our phone. And the only entertainment that I have is the radio. So every night, every afternoon, I'm listening to radio dramas. So every time I hear voices, I can do it. I can even change my voice into 7-year-old. I was 10, but I can create a 7-year-old voice. And I'm thinking.
Can you do an example right now?
For example, one of their programs will be like something like
Ano? Naliligaw po tayo dito sa gubat.
Ay, ako. Isang ko naman sa'yo, huwag kayong maglalaro dyan sa kagubat. Eh, ganito tayo. Naligaw tayo.
Wala kayo sa gubat, nandito kayo sa GNN.
Ay, hindi nga. Nasa radyo nga tayo.
Nasa radyo na pala tayo ngayon.
Napabalod tayo sa GNN. Ay, ako, huwag kang lalapit dyan. Baka may monster.
Ay, lalo! Gumagalaw yung puno.
Anong ginagawa mo dito? Ay, ako, huwag kang mag-alala. Hindi ba alam ako si Kapitan Galgo? Itong bagay sa inyo. Ayan, magaling siya.
Ang galing mo talaga, lalo.
It's fun. We love what we do.
It is.
Yeah, we love what we do.
How did you know that you could actually, is it easy to change your pitch, the tone,
Well, you never know. Okay, it's like when someone is born, nobody could actually tell if he's a born artist, right? Voice acting, we say, may mga skills and things that you have to learn. We actually teach voiceovers, and those who love pursue a career in voice acting.
The only and the best and the first voice acting school in the country. It's the Philippine Center for Voice Acting. So we have specific voice acting lesson. Yung pinaka-sikat namin is the Voice Works.
Yeah, the voice acting and the dubbing workshop.
Yeah, it's been running for like 5 years already. We started in 2005.
how many people have you trained for this?
More than 300. Yeah. Close to 300. Actually, they're graduating this coming March, right? But it's only offered 4 times a year, the voice acting and dubbing workshop. But we have other several workshops like commercials and narrations and audio grades, those things.
Because as the technology grows, the need for voiceover also grows. Unlike before, there's only radio and TV. Now there's an internet, video games, podcasting, video casting, anything that needs voices. I mean, every day before you wake up, there's already a voiceover around you. There's no, you will never.
The connotation that you need a big voice for because you don't need a big voice. It's unnatural to start that way. I mean, would you go to like a store and Ma'am, bumili nga po ng isang kilong bigas. You don't do that, right?
No, you wouldn't want to sound like.
No, it's really weird, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But sometimes it's funny.
It is.
I do meet some stores like Jolly.
I want that.
Something, oh, is that your voice?
And whenever we go to the movies, you know, I do the narration parts and the movie theater so people can move around.
It's actually the live sound.
Right? It's like this song.
Get ready for a Hong Kong action superstar.
You know, stuff like in a half a second.
Wow, how long have you been getting into voice acting?
Well, Troy and I, we both started very early. I was around 15 or 16 during that time I started my study as a teacher. But this was, of course, during my high school years.
You just started experimenting in your...
In fact, I was afraid of my own voice. Because, the first time I got the mic, I was actually freaked out. Where is that voice coming from? I didn't know that was my voice, or I was actually intimidated by my own voice. So the passion was there. I didn't really want to become a voice actor. If you want to, technically speaking, I wanted to become a doctor because my parents molded me to like, hey, you go, I want you to become a doctor. Right? No parent would tell their children like, anak, pagdari mo gusto ko magiging isang voice actor. Yung katulad ni Bonchol Gonzales. Nobody would do that, right? So it came to the realization in my head. Because I took up medical technology and I realized that I was afraid of my own blood, so I shifted to mass comm. So, and you know, Troy and I, we met in a radio drama program and we instantly bonded together because kami lang yung magkaedad. Ang mga kabasyami doon, puro mga on-timer. And we are not, no, we're actually, these are our idols and mentors. Kasi sila yung talagang,
They guided you through.
yeah, they got us through, they taught us everything in the radio drama business. And we also get them as our speakers for our events and hosting gigs, right? So these guys that we are working with are our friends and our mentors to the business.
And how did creative voices start out? I mean, you said you started...
Basically, this is my second company. The first company is City Voice and Productions. That's where I get Brian as my teacher. As I have a partner before. And then this time, I decided to create my own Brian to become my industrial partner. And then he focuses on the voice acting. The school, the building center for voice acting. It's the voice works director.
Yeah, we have actually modules. We actually have lessons that we came from the US and we tropicalize it here in the Philippines to make it available for everyone to study and learn. Because voice acting in general is kind of universal. Right? But you have to really focus your talents on what the market requires.
There's a problem with voice acting in the Philippines. Until now, it's not professionalized.
It's not considered as a...
Yeah, but until we come in. So before, anyone can get into voice acting. You are like KK and we want to change that kind of system. You cannot be a doctor if you don't take any medical school. That's what we want to do. And we want you to undergo training first before that. We become a voice artist. We don't call ourselves now voice talent because it's so degrading. We are a voice artist because we are a voice artist. We are artists ourselves. So now, are you a voice talent? And a voice artist. So we do things because of the passion. And we want to change that. You will get money from voice acting. Yes, you can, but for us, voice acting is an art form.
It's an art form that we have to perform by heart. For the most part, you know, when people go to say, can I be a voice talent, can I be a voice actor? We receive countless auditions every day through the internet, people coming to our office or studio asking for a slot to become a voice talent because they don't have the slightest idea of what it takes to become one. So we tell them that we what we look for essentially from a guy is their hard performance. We make use of some performance.
It's not every day mga voice acting jobs.
Marami.
I mean, for me, I have commercials every week. Commercial plus 10, 15,000. In 1 week, I'm going in just one commercial.
And you're getting paid with the art form that you're taking up.
Yes,
It's your
yes,
passion.
yes.
So you don't even consider it as work.
No, yeah, we just
Yeah, this is all fun and games.
The advertising world is like a big playground for us as voice talent. Unfortunately, like my partner was saying, the voice talents, pag nagkakaroon ng tightness sa budget, for example, we go over budget, yung pera, hindi na malaan para sa voice talent, yung madalas yung pinabatas yung kailangan para sa ibang bagay. And misrepresentations, particularly. People constantly, especially in the voiceover business that we have, they don't know how to handle clients, they don't know how to handle producers, so they can't really tell and then make demands. For example, how do you do an invoice, how do you make yourself known, so
And the industry has the advertising industry has a very big problem because relationship with voice actors. Sometimes we are being paid 6 months to 3 years. Sometimes they don't pay at all.
So that's
But
the
for our company, we cannot deal with that situation.
If they don't treat you right.
Yeah.
Well, we have a policy that we should follow.
We know this because we ourselves are voice actors. So we want to make sure that voice talents themselves are taken care of. Because if you need something, right? These guys are professionals. You don't just get someone to do the job because not everybody can do it, right? And if that's the case, then we should get just the best guy to represent the company or service. Then you have to be willing to pay the guy to give you a good impression or make a good impression of your company or service.
That's why we are going to produce the first and the only national voice acting convention to be held every spring in September or October.
And the people you're inviting to be
Of course, the veterans, the voice acting industry from radio drama to advertising, dubbing. It's just a very, very big market for voice acting, especially around the world. Right now, we have more than 1,000 voice artists of many languages that we can think of.
under creative voice.
Now, Creative Voices primarily deals with its clients online. So somebody needs a voice over requirement. They can just Google us and they will find a website. They have forms there that they can fill up, and then we'll contact them. They can email us their requirements, and we can talk about their needs in regards to voiceovers.
And so now we have produced different international animation,
Animation.
even movies.
What would we know what movies?
Some of them are indie films. One in India, it's Chetan and Fred.
We have Indian animation.
Yeah.